secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Akuntakodia or Kasa.
Yes, as stated by our Director of Communication, we thank you for making it to our office at this short notice. In the early hours of today, our leader and presidential candidate, Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, called the NDC presidential candidate, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to congratulate him as president-elect. It is instructive to make the point that this is the first time in the history of our country that a presidential candidate of a major political party has conceded defeat within 14 hours after the close of polls. This unprecedented development confirms yet again the MPP's commitment to entrenching democracy and safeguarding the stability of our dear country. I want to use this opportunity once again to congratulate His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The party also used this opportunity to commend our presidential candidate, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, his running mate Dr. Oppong-Peprah, for leading the party's campaign. The party also commends the spouses of the flag bearer and the running mate, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former President Donna Jekun Kufuor, Chairman of our national campaign team, Mr. Honorable Dan Butchie, officers and members of the party across the country for their tireless efforts that they put in prosecuting the electioneering campaign. However, the MPP has, with great concern, taken notice of the violent conduct of the NDC tax at some of the constituencies' coalition centers, i.e., Damango, Ablekuma North, Techiman South, Awowin, Obuasi East, Insawam, Adojiri, Fantiakwa North, Ahafano North, Ahafano Southeast, Ahafano Southwest, Akwetia, Trobo, Obuasi East, and Tema Central. Indeed, data that made our flag bearer to concede this morning shows clearly that the MPP has won the constituencies I've mentioned. But the NDC, knowing very well that they have lost these seats to the MPP, are unwilling to accept their fate and are desperately seeking to compel the EC to do their bidding. We vehemently condemn these attacks and are serving notice that we shall resist every attempt to tamper with the results of the parliamentary elections in these constituencies. I call on the IGP, Mr. Dampare. Mr. IGP, you made a promise to political parties in 2 different occasions when we met you at your office, and your words were unambiguous that you will see to it that we have a free, fair, and transparent elections. Mr. IGP, we believe you have seen what is happening at the various coalition centers, and as a political party, the New Patriotic Party, we are calling on you to maintain law and order at the various coalition centers. We must ensure that the rights and safety of all our citizens are protected. We must not allow illegal looting and intimidation of our citizens. And I call on the leadership of the NDC to call its supporters to order and condemn these unnecessary acts of violence. Ladies and gentlemen, because we deal with data, I will this juncture let you know the figures that we have collated from the constituencies that I've mentioned. For Damango, out of the 93 polling stations, 91 were collated, and our candidate, Honorable Abujinapo, was leading by 1,802. In fact, even if we add the 2 remaining polling stations all to NDC, our candidate would have still won. For Ahafano South West, we won by 677. For Fantiakwa North, we won by 452. For Trobo constituency, we won by 8,900. For Akwetia, we won by 2,038. For Obuasi East, we won by 28 votes. For Ablekuma North, we won with 400 votes. For Techiman South, we won with 3,176 votes. And Tema Central, we won by 55 votes. So these are the figures that we have from these constituencies that I've mentioned. And once again, I call on the leadership of the NDC, Your Excellency, former President and President-elect, please, you have made this country in a peaceful manner. We considered without even causing any chaos. For the sake of the peace and stability in our country, for the sake of the properties of several individuals in this country, for the sanctity of the work that the Electoral Commission is doing, please call on your members to allow the Electoral Commission to do their work. Violence should not have a place in our electoral processes. As a country, we have come far from 1992 when we decided to go into multi-party democracy. Over 32 years, we have had a very successful election. Please don't let these acts by the tax in your party mar the beauty of the 2024 elections. Thank you very much.
Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. JFK, this is too early but unnecessarily late. It's rather unfortunate that the ruling government and the ruling party in Africa is begging institutions that themselves appointed people. When citizens of a land speak, it is difficult for a party to throw out balls of kinky to the people. Yeah, my very last time I met the New Patriotic Party in Penning 4, I told them that, look, you are losing the elections. They were interested in presenting to me a Land Cruiser. As if I don't have a car to drive. I said, no, I'm not interested in this bullshit. Excuse my French this evening. But you are losing the elections. Captain, we are not losing. So, oh, wow. So let me keep what I know. That was before we went to Salt Pond. Because let me sit here and tell you on authority. If Dampare, any CDS, AGV, INA, come be a Sankagandi, Jatum says, because they say a money in Quakrami Rubia Pebe for the bag. I come, men, I may catch now and ne. A ban security, as I said, Ghana, ye ma Dampare, any CDS, Oppong-Peprah, standing ovation. And let me tell you this. Dampare was called, coerced, massaged, tickled, everything. The president was sitting right there. And Dampare looked in the eye of Nanado and said that, I am sorry, Mr. President. I cannot. Oh. 200. Ready 200 account. Ready 200 account. Ready 200 account. Oh no. 200 account. That person, Mr. President. And let me tell you the people who are in that meeting. I was standing right there looking at them. The president was there. The vice president, who is the chairman of the police council, he was sitting right there. The question is date na woman free MPP national chairman and the general secretary ankosa meeting ni bi. Then the general secretary of the party any national chairman ankosa meeting ni bi. And Dampare say there be said ye ade ne tie no. Yama emunna ho. Samoamu gidie samo wene de a. Yen police for be ya ade ne finchirem. Ehɔ na ma me hu se na de ekɔ so. Ewo ase not no eye police for piloting na omo ye for the general elections. It is by election e by no eboa Dampare. So be employ strategy no ewo by election na wa hwe. Say ebefa say first time in the history of this country police force can never do anything for any political party, not even the ruling party. Afenaji president himself, and let me say this, as a Dampare on the CDS. Now, Marco, I said, Obi Ajamomai meeting. I say, Your Excellency, two things. It's either you take this position away from me. Either some of the position, Obeje Wade, so we IGP. I don't have a problem. But Pa say, meet me use me office. Influence any decision there. Forget it. Then, woman will say, woman will sue IG. So they went through back door. Ekofa.
Deputy IG.
Deputy IG.
Yeah.
Tete Yonu. And Ghana for they were going to create a huge conflict between the IGP and the deputy IGP. But Dampare is a very smart rat.
Smart Pentecostal elder.
Pentecostal so many. Dampare is very smart. Eti, when we born the deep pepper, no problem.
Who be a bit trained the officer in India or transfer?
Eti, when who say Dampare realized that Ghana asumdwe
paramount.
Paramount. Now, best since we man share be bofoma. Assembly. Eti police headquarters. We a mistake. Now we call deputy office. We call transfer.
Yes.
Our camera so on office. Who say what you yeah, prepare later.
Eti, what happened in this? And no tifa hono. And no me your mind so mbe you see.
CDS.
Army HQ. Daddy, and no CDS kura. Army HQ. Kwas, Chief of Army Staff. Eti asumeni. Oh yeah, National Security Coordinator.
Yeah.
Only Gabi Ochredako. They plotted against the CDS using the Chief of Army Staff. I'm saying it today. To make sure, say, they will render the CDS
useless,
powerless. But at the end of the day, no. So Jenny now, yeah, Kwas who said, me treat mood time, me penny here CDS. Until they went through the guy, said, guy in your list, Ember one. Soldier for list. I was standing right there.
Oh, I said, America will have no say. If you don't know, it is a nyawo and a war in a privileged position. And I won't use some way. Like I got a nibesi day. What about at the same way?
Eti, Oye, no. Oye, the list near the dinner, no. And no, this CDS, acquired droswa. You had a picture, no. About 2 TV, the so no.
Wait.
So, Jenny, no, this CDS, acquired droswa, Fantini Bako, I believe Yanka.
Wait.
Munjai, so Jenny Penibina, or 48 engineers, now must on the CDS coin, and Onua. Leader near Fantini, the Akaya Bununi, Fantini Bununi, and the CDS call a droswa. Walk on me do one. It's now we call me coach picture. No, buy number 2 near TV, so but also hey, okay. And not too far, hono de Koba and say, as many National Security Coordinator, any army for no, any Gabimo, I feel the Akoba and say, as some copper CDS at Chow. Now, Oppong-Peprah or Tiasi, Onua, what the number the friend be say me say 1 Gabi 2 Kwakwasumani 3 the subordinates oye army commander onko pa na chew o catch him so no I don't hold any grudge against anybody. I am doing my job as a professional soldier. Now, he was also called before the president and other Mpenifo say na echo and you know omaino den brofa kese na mo deda ono so te hodi no catch Mr. President no hwe na na do anim to say the Dampare hwe na na do anim catch Mr. Chief. Soldier for me to me 1 vote. Like you, the president, you have 1 vote.
Fellow Ghanaians,
I will protect your ballot. I will protect your vote. And I will protect my vote. It is my responsibility to protect, Mr. President, your vote.
fellow Ghanaians,
And also protect my vote. No military officer will go to any polling station. So, and watch this. Edu baby, no, they were using the defense ministry led by the Deputy Minister of Defense, Amankwa Atwoma Kofi Amankwa Menu Atwoma Kwawoma MP.
Yeah.
To prepare a list of military officers who be detail to Volta region, TBA, Volta region, Central region, Western region, Upper East, Upper West, Savannah, Oti, Greater Accra. Watch this. So this is what happened. Then we answer soldier for penny for at the Krataba Bontin say about where we know. Soldier ni be anywhere be police station. Now microphone tiase me chire match now. And yes na soldier for no say ebia omo support party we are omo support party. No. And omo de krata no eba abonten. The promise CDS Yamishra woni Dampare. I will sit here any day, any time and pray for both of you. Say nyame ehwamoso. Samahama yesweni in 7th January. Now wa Dampare anya IGP biebum pa Dampare, the world would see you as a great man. CDS, the world will see you and this land Ghana. And you know what happened? I felt the pressure in the bar and ever. The CDS said no problem. Soldier for no. Wombe kwa bonti. Nemum. You don't be call stand by. Still I know. You must soldier nibi and polling station. That is when the MPP realized that they've lost the elections. You call assault point. Jamie.
Chairman.
Me said that ye Faber was to be say. Ebema MPP mpeni for be hunu nyansa adwen. But they thought say me kasado. And specifically that day me ye police phone kwa and I'm starting say me blame security aspect of Ghana ha sa banya that police for 2020 elections and then that's okay mantie police for Ghana ha nyina no say 10 na kwato aba 8 to tia MPP. I'm sitting here and telling you soldier for kwato aba nyina no say 10 na to aba e mu 7 to tia MPP
na utina na ndonka
I don't want 200.
I don't be wait a minute. Now when him security agency to tia ban whip
Soldier for
immigration
me
count 9.
I want to have a phone to have 300 Ghana.
Immigration and fire service me donya me the way we see to tia MPP no
DH ba be sound dey be about 200 Ghana.
immigration fire service and ba kumi na ya mo border da bi wo mo ahabo ho no customs ewurade me yes say customs ni bi ato MPP wo mu to tia party no mo wa out me who say yes o ma to etia what if the last minute straw of the NPP that they will put fear in the electorate say what to aba wi a free ho na kofie and I could just let me sit here and tell you, me, I'm the biggest broadcaster in this country.
Allah walai. Odogu.
Me, I am the biggest broadcaster.
Honorable.
Now, Jimmy Kawano, Emma JB. Obian Obeti me.
Honorable.
Memi Gaben, Obian Obeti me. Name Soriano Pana your son your TV. I command more than 5 million people. I command more than 5 million people.
Captain,
the way I may hear me stories, no. NDC phone who said, one day you answer me, Boa. Eti Emma, NDC phone, no mutiri. Pan and Afe MPP phone who said, no, maybe Uja Fokono, I see a static. And check US Embassy survey at any given time, at every 1 second. I command 58,000 people every second. 58,000 every second. 58. Go and check US Embassy every second.
Yeah, but tell you your mouth once kakra.
I try me
Captain, Captain,
Odogu. Anna, Miss me betna ha katre. NDC for say, what to abani we are? Men kofi. E hona na de no. Etefas. Say ya me no kase say NDC kuta 188 seats. MPP all listed constituencies are all listed constituencies are General Secretary Abana Okeka Bibi say woman so ntiase. Okay. NPP anye kefla. I came here and I told you say woman anye kefla. 100 seats. Obey ding.
But you are not running through all the parliamentary candidates of what
say ya me no kase. Some catch us easy for me start aqua rounds in 20 minutes time. Me more platform no so. Oh, mutimi so nyimi. O ma easy declare na wi.